Hey everybody, this is Alex Merced from AlexMercedCoder.dev, and this is going to be video number 4 in this build. So in the last video we built the user service, so I should have everything I need there. Debating whether I should implement that controller first, or yeah, let's do the controller first so that way we can test out those routes. Okay, so I'm going to head over to controllers. So actually let's do that over here because cd into controllers, and then we're going to touch a user.js, a category.js, and a to-do.js. Okay. And we're going to just start off with the user.js. Okay, so we're going to want to import express from express. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to want to import the user service. Okay. And yeah, so now we're going to create our router, const router equals express.router. Great. And then we're going to say, well, okay, it knows where I want to go, but I actually rather call it something else. Yeah, register is fine, actually. Register. Okay. And let's just kind of set that all up there. Okay, so then what we're going to want to do is say const, when the user logs in, the const user equals, actually, nope, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say user equals await user service dot create rec body. Okay, that's going to literally handle all the logic of creating the user. So I don't have to do anything there other than now res.json the user. Okay. I should still probably handle any errors. So let's do a try catch block. Okay, and then we're going to catch an error. And then we would just res.json error.message. Okay. Cool. Cool. Well, yeah, that handles the register logic. So you see, like having the service, a lot of the logic I would have been typing up in this register route is kind of now a lot less. Okay, so then would be .login, router.post /login. Okay, and that's just going to be a sync recres, yep. And essentially there, okay, it knows where I'm going. Cool, cool. But something did not turn out right there. Something is wrong over here. Oh, async. Async. There we go. Okay. So we'll do the try catch block. Yep, that's what I want to do. And then we'll just put the catch block real quick, and I'll come back to that. Error. Res.json error message, and actually these should have a status of 400. And same thing over here, status 400. Okay, and then let's take a look at this. Const token equals user service.login rec.body token. Yep, and that's going to handle all the logic for verifying the token and then returning the decoded token, or the token that the user needs, and then that's pretty much it. And then that'll handle the errors. Okay, so that's pretty good. Okay, so now that we have that, we want to export the router. Export default router. And then when I want to add that to my middleware. So let's go to my middleware, which is going to be in the utils folder. And then we can import. We'll call it the user controller from controller/user. Good. Okay, and then basically we'll just say app.use, and we'll have a prefix of we'll say auth. Okay, and then that'll be user controller. Okay, and that should be good. And we should be able to test those endpoints now. So let's try this out. npm run dev. Oops, we got some errors. So let's go resolve. Cannot find module, backend, utils, middleware. Where is this happening? Cannot find module, super to do, backend, utils, middleware. Oh, I think it's happening over here in server.js. It's because here I need to be explicit.js. That's right, because we're doing. Okay, it's still gonna. I basically I'm gonna just have this problem a whole lot. Slash utils. Yeah, that's fine. And if I go back to middleware here, this is going to need a .js. Yep, user services, user imported from. Yep, and then I want to go through all of these to add the JS. I always forget that in Node, they're pretty strict about that. So let's just add all these .js's one by one. Okay. See, this is why you need to test things and not get too far down the weeds, because then you know, you have to do a little bit of repair. Luckily, you know, I did that before building out all my other controllers and models. So I'm catching this reasonably early. .js. Okay, .js. And .js. Then I think also on the controllers. Nothing, I don't think I imported really anything from another file there. And then here we need to add .js. And yep, we're okay. We're good. We're up and running. Okay, so let me open up Postman. So I'm gonna bring up my terminal here. I gotta open up Postman this way, just because the way my computer's set up. Okay, Postman is opening. And working off localhost 4444 slash, I don't care, slash auth slash register. So first we got to register a user. I got to send it a body. That's going to be JSON. Good. Should have a username and password. Username, test, password, test. Okay, cool. And that should be a post request to /register. So I should get back the user if this is successful. Okay, user service.create is not a function. Okay, but you know, see, the error handling is helpful because see, now I know what the error is. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so again, benefits of taking the time to do the work. Okay, so user service.create is not a function. So let me go back to my user service to see what I did. Did I call it? User service, user, we did call it create. Oh, I know why. Because these are, I need to instantiate the class. Okay. There we go. I know what we got to do. Okay. So let me go back to my controllers. This is where like setting up dependency injection might be nice, but let's not go too down the rabbit hole. So essentially what I want to do is do this. Const user service equals new user service, and then everywhere I want to use the lowercase one because I want to use the instance of the user service, which should be fine there. Okay, so let's try that again. Go bring back Postman. So again, the issue there is I was trying to, I never declared them as static methods. The other choice I had is I could have just added the static keyword to each method, and that would have also solved the problem. But I went the way I went. Okay, so now if I hit send, URL search parameter service is not defined. Where did I use that? Oh, I see. VS Code being stupid and changing my things unintentionally. User service. That's what that should be. Okay, so that's updated. Let's try this again. See, yay for that error handling, giving us nice, useful messages. Okay, perfect. Nice. Okay, that works. Now let's try the login. Okay, if I log in successfully, I should get back my token. Log in. It was successful, but doesn't look like I returned the token. So did I not return the token? So let's the token, res.json, the token. Now let me go back to my service. How did I return that? Did I return that in an object or just the token? Service. Go back to my user service. So when we decode the token, I am returning. Oh, that's not what we're using. That we're using login. Here I'm returning token. Oh yeah, okay. So I should probably wrap this in an object. So that way that all works. Or actually, I should just probably wrap it in an object over in the route. That would make more sense. User, and then over here we just say, hey, we want to make this an object. Okay, and let's just see if that fixes the problem. Because I was asking it to take a string and turn it into JSON, but that's not going to work. So that's why I didn't really return anything. So let's try that again. Okay, so it returned me. Oh, wait a second. I know why. Wait, user service.login. Yeah, that's. We awaited it. So that should return the token. Okay, so let's go back to the service. So user service. Okay, we are creating the token here. Oh, I should probably await this. That's probably the issue there. Otherwise, that all makes sense to me. Okay, so let's try that. Let's try it again. See if that made the difference. Just need to wait the token, so that technically the token had never resolved. Nope, still. Well, let's just confirm what we're getting back there from this line. So let's console log token. Okay, let's see what we're getting back. So I'm going to hit Postman off screen. Okay, cannot access user before initialization. Cannot access user before initialization. Why is it accessing it before? Oh, I see. Here's the problem. I'm passing in the variable as user, but then I'm declaring another variable called user. Okay. Let's just do this. We'll call this credentials. Okay, and then I'll just make this credentials.username. Because it's the only time we use that, and after that we just use the user that we retrieved. Okay. See how useful that was? Because by logging it, I was able to kind of get the error back because the error was returned. Okay, so send illegal arguments undefined. Okay, so for some reason it's saying that user ID, user.id, and username, user.username are both undefined. That would happen because user is nil, but then that error should have been thrown. So let's confirm. Console.log user. So let's try that again. Oh, I know why. Because I didn't await it. So it is not nil. That's why the if statement's still checked out. But we need to await that. So, okay. Let's try that again. Okay, we're getting somewhere now. Okay, so we have the user. Now in this case, now it's saying it's invalid credentials. So the password doesn't match, which doesn't make sense because we are passing the same password. Oh, because we're using password. Oh, I see, because we're doing user password twice. So it should be user password and then credentials.password. Okay, so you see, you got to just do it line by line, kind of just verify that everything kind of logically plays out the way you work. And this is why it's testing. And there we go. Okay, now we're getting back the token. Good, it's working. Okay, cool. So we got that. So now we have all our auth routes. So that way you can register and log into the application.